Joseph and his coat of many colors. Once there was an old man named Jacob, who had 12 sons. Of all of his sons, he loved Joseph the most. Jacob gave Joseph a special coat of bright and beautiful colors. Joseph's brothers were very jealous, for they knew Joseph was their father's favorite son. Joseph had two strange dreams about golden sheaves of corn and sparkling stars bowing down before him. His dreams meant that one day he would be greater than his brothers. His brothers were so angry. They couldn't believe that Joseph thought that they would ever bow before him. One day, Jacob asked Joseph to go and check on his brothers, who were many miles away taking care of their sheep and cattle. When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, they decided that they wanted to get rid of him so that he could never rule over them. Reuben, the oldest brother, didn't really want to hurt Joseph. He told his brothers to throw Joseph into a pit so that he could rescue him later. Joseph's brothers tore off his colorful coat and threw him deep into a dark pit. Joseph begged his brothers to let him out. He was so afraid. A short time later, while Reuben was gone, some traveling merchants came by, and the brothers got another idea. The brothers pulled Joseph from the pit and sold him to the merchants for 20 pieces of silver. When they got home, they showed their father Joseph's coat and told him that the wild animals had killed Joseph. Jacob cried because he thought Joseph was dead. See, that's funny. The merchants took Joseph to Egypt. He looked at the towering pyramids and wondered what would happen to him. Maybe he worried that God had forgotten about him, but God was always with Joseph. Joseph was sold to a rich man named Potiphar. Potiphar liked Joseph because he was a hard worker. Joseph was cheerful and always told the truth. One day, Potiphar had Joseph thrown into a prison. Potiphar thought Joseph had done something terrible, but he was actually innocent. Joseph probably felt alone in prison, but God was with him. The butler and the baker for the Pharaoh of Egypt were in prison along with Joseph. One night, they each had a scary dream. God helped Joseph tell them what their dreams meant. Soon, the butler went back to work for Pharaoh. 2 long years later, the Pharaoh had a strange dream. The butler remembered Joseph and thought he could help Pharaoh understand his dreams. So, the Pharaoh sent for Joseph. God helped Joseph explain Pharaoh's dream. Joseph said, God is showing you what he is going to do. For 7 years, there will be plenty of food for everyone. After that, there will be 7 years with so little food that many people will starve. Joseph also told the Pharaoh how to save food now, so that there would be enough later. The Pharaoh knew God had made Joseph wise, so he made Joseph second in command of all of Egypt. When Joseph rode through the streets, all the people bowed before him. Joseph forgave his brothers for what they had done and invited his family to come live with him. God did not forget Joseph when he was scared and alone. He gave him courage and comforted him. God knows everything that happens to you, and he will not forget you either. Bye-bye.